Hey everyone, welcome to part 2 of this video on Diwali 2023. In case you are not aware, I've recently done the first part of this video where I've reviewed the performance of Diwali Picks for 2022 as compared to the benchmark. And it was a clear outperformance. In case you have not watched the video, I would strongly urge you to pause this video and watch that first part. I provided the link in the description. Now before we discuss the stock for Diwali 2023, a disclaimer that it is not a buy or sell tip. This video is only for educational purpose. I always encourage you to do your research before investing your money because one of the most important aspects of stock investment is conviction, and that comes only with knowledge. And in case you are here just for stock tips, I would say please don't watch the video. I'm sure you'll find the stock names in the comment section. So what I've done is, first of all, I have covered the macroeconomic environment in India and my expectation in the next 1 year. It's because ultimately stock market is linked to the economy. So if we have to gauge the stock market outlook for next 1 year, it's very important to have a close eye on the macroeconomy. And then we'll cover the stock names. By the way, a lot of people like to know which stocks I hold in my portfolio. So out of this list, there are quite a few stocks that even I hold in my portfolio. I've done a video on that in my weekly video series, which is an exclusive community for serious long-term investors, where I share one in-depth video every week on the macro event, major development in the economy, potential sectors, and stocks, along with my own investment strategy and stock picks. Moreover, there is also a course on everything about money management. The idea is to help millions of people in their financial journey. So ensure that this Diwali you also enlighten your mind with right knowledge about how to pick fundamentally strong companies. Since we are in festive period, I have an additional offer of 10% on my course that you can access from the pinned comment. Alright, let's get started. So the overall macroeconomic situation is very tricky. On one side, Indian economy is doing reasonably well and companies are posting decent set of numbers. Overall Nifty valuations are also looking reasonable at P of around 20. However, the situation in the US is not that great. Their inflation is still way above the expected 2% limit and hence interest rates are at decade high. In the latest meeting, US Fed has mentioned that the interest rates would remain on the higher side. Now that is not a good sign for their economy. Since a lot of money flows from US market into Indian economy, if US economy would struggle, FI flows into Indian economy would also be impacted. And we have already seen consistent selling from FIs in last few months. On top of that, crude oil prices and geopolitical tension would continue to put pressure on the economic growth. So you have to be cautiously optimistic while investing in Indian economy. You can't expect a huge bull rally as Indian markets have already zoomed with Nifty 50 up around 14% in last 6 months, although year-to-date returns are just 5.8%, whereas mid-cap and small-cap have outperformed big time. 1 year down the line, I expect US inflation to be under control and expect the US Fed to start reducing interest rate. So by Diwali 2024, I expect market to perform reasonably well. However, the next couple of quarters are going to be volatile in India due to your global slowdown as well as general election 2024. Having said this, any correction in the market will only create investment opportunity. Alright, now let's have a look at Diwali 2023 picks. So last year I discussed 10 stocks for SIP in the next 10 years. Stock included Titan, Polycab, Dixon, then Jubilant Food, Tata Power, then ICICI Bank, IDFC First Bank, CAMS, CDSL and MapMyIndia. Although some of the stocks have already rallied a lot in last 1 year and looking a bit heated today. Having said this, you can always continue with these stocks for SIP. But this time for Diwali 2023, I've got 15 stock names. Again, I've tried to maintain a nice balance across your large, mid and small caps. So the first 5 stocks in my list are from banking and NBFC sector. The reason is simple. Diwali is the time when we like to buy new things. So be it buying a new house or a car or buying consumer durable like TV or phone, we take loan or buy things on EMI. Again, this trend is not just limited to Diwali. The demand for loan is ever increasing due to rise in aspiration of Indians. Today, young folks don't hesitate to buy an iPhone worth 1 lakh even if they don't have the money. Because now it's available on EMI and that directly benefits the bank. Moreover, Indian banks are in one of the best phase of credit growth cycle with capex across segment in both government and private sector, and banks have the best ever asset quality in more than a decade now. So banks are bound to do well, and my first stock is actually a repeat of last year. It's ICICI Bank. Needless to say, ICICI Bank is one of the best phase of growth in last many years with consistently high growth across advances, deposit, operating profit, fall in NPA and sharp jump in net profit. Just 4.5 years ago, ICICI Bank net profits were 5,600 crore in FY19 when it was struggling, and now under the leadership of Mr. Sandeep Bakshi, who has become ICICI Bank CEO and MD in 2018, ICICI Bank trailing 12-month net profits are 41,700 crore. Just look at the phenomenal growth. It's because all its subsidiaries including ICICI Life Insurance, General Insurance, AMC, Securities are doing well. The best part is due to macroeconomic issues, especially in the US, banking stocks are available at attractive valuation. It's been a year since ICICI Bank has not generated any return and its current price is around 930, price to book of 3, which is looking decent. So yes, ICICI Bank is my first pick for Diwali 2023. Second pick is from mid-cap banking space. Stock name is Federal Bank. If you recall, I did a detailed video on this company. In case you want to watch it, I have provided the link in the description. Again, it's a transformational journey where Federal Bank was established in 1931 as regional bank in India, and for decades, it continued to be a regional bank. However, in 2009, Federal Bank directors decided to make it a professionally run bank with pan-India presence and bought Mr. Shyam Srinivasan as MD and CEO. Under his leadership, Federal Bank has grown from just a Kerala-based regional bank into a pan-India bank with around 55% branches outside Kerala spread all over the country. In terms of financial growth, its deposits have grown from 60,000 crore in FY14 to 2.13 lakh crore in 23, and its advances have grown from 43,000 crore in FY14 to 1.74 lakh crore. Moreover, Federal Bank has created a big digital ecosystem with more than 100 fintech partners to accelerate its growth journey. So along with increasing the physical branch network, bank is also focusing on asset light and heavy distribution via fintech partner. Again, the best part is valuation. In last 1 year, Federal Bank has been consolidating and currently trading at around 140 with a market cap of 35,000 crore and price to book of 1.35. That looks very promising. And that's the only reason this time I'm giving preference to Federal Bank over IDFC First. But like I said, IDFC First is still an SIP grade stock. Then third stock in my list is from your small finance bank. If you recall, I did a detailed video on small finance sector of India and the opportunities. My pick here is Equitas Small Finance Bank. The reason for selecting Equitas is because after a long period of struggle due to NPA, the financial sector of India is looking in great shape. And there are millions of small business vendors that require credit facility, which is not easily provided by large banks. That creates a huge opportunity for small finance banks that cater to your small business vendor of India. Within that, Equitas is one of the most efficiently run bank with a strong leadership, and the best part is attractive valuation in the lot. It has been growing at a very good rate, and management has mentioned that they are confident of 25 to 30% CAGR in the future. Again, Equitas is trading at around 97 today and commands a market cap of 10,800 crore and price to book of 2.1. It's looking very promising. By the way, I've already done in-depth video on Equitas as well. Now, next two stocks in my list are from affordable housing finance sector. The reason for selecting affordable housing is because there's a big structural tailwind in housing finance sector of India that has one of the lowest mortgage to GDP ratio of 11%. It means very few people in India have taken home loans. In US, this ratio is 67% and UK, it's 90%. In fact, the mortgage to GDP ratio outside top 100 cities of India is just 3%. And majority of population in India still lives in these small towns and villages. That's where there's a huge opportunity for companies in affordable housing finance sector that caters to home loan for low and middle income sector of semi-urban and rural area. So two names are Aavas Financiers and Home First Finance. Both are small cap company and growing at a very fast rate. Again, I've done in-depth analysis on affordable housing finance sector and compared these companies. So don't want to get into the detail. Today, Aavas is trading at around 1460 and market cap of 11,500 crore, price to book of 3.2. Recently, there's a good correction in the share price as well. Home First is trading at around 900 rupee, market cap of 8,000 crore and price to book of 4.2. Next stock in my list is from auto sector. It's Tata Motors. Again, logic is simple. 21st century is all about electric vehicle and it's just the beginning of EV revolution in India. Tata Group under the leadership of N. Chandra has already taken the lead in the EV segment with Tata Motors having a very high market share in Indian four-wheeler electric market. Company has already turned around with huge losses for many years to more than 15,000 crore profit in trailing 12 months. Although the company's share price has also jumped more than 50% in last 1 year. This is again one SIP grade stock for years to come. Currently, Tata Motors is trading with market cap of around 2.3 lakh crore, price to earning of 15 and price to sale of 0.59. Now, next three stocks in my list are from auto auxiliary space. First is Sona BLW. one of the leading auto component supplier in EV category. So now BMW is bound to benefit from EV revolution in the world. Its growth prospect can be gauged from the fact that company has an order book of 22,100 crore, out of which around 78% orders are from EV segment. Just for comparison, company's entire FY23 revenue stood at 2,600 crore. So order book is nearly 8.5 times FY23 sale. Although it is not for short term, it's a long term order book, but still gives a good visibility. In last 5 years, company revenues have grown at 34% CAGR, profits have grown 38% CAGR, which is phenomenal. Yes, company does command a premium with current PE of 68, but its share price has actually corrected from highs of 800 to 550, with PE falling from highs of 200 to 68. Next stock is Precall, again an auto company with an expertise in driver information system that has evolved from mechanical system to a complete infotainment system. Company's medium-term growth can be gauged from the fact that management has given a target of 4,000 crore of sale by FY26 and its FY23 sales were 2,000 crore. So that's 2x growth expected in sale, and even margins are expected to improve from current levels of 12% to 13 to 14%. Again, I've done in-depth study on Precall. Currently, it is trading at around 350 at market cap of 4,300 crore and price to earning of 34. Now, next stock is Sansera Engineering. Again, a well-established company with strong leadership. Sansera has also diversified into EV segment as well as aerospace segment. This image on the screen shows the transformational journey of Sansera, where green color represent EV tech agnostic and aluminum component, and blue color is for non-auto company. And you can see in last 4-6 years, Sansera has launched multiple products in EV and non-auto segment. Going forward, company's plan is to continue to add new product in its portfolio. And again, I have done in-depth analysis on Sansera. Currently, it is trading at levels of around 840, market cap of 4,400 crore and PE of around 28. Since Diwali is a festival of light, last year I suggested Polycab that has performed exceptionally well. Now I still think that Polycab is going to grow and it's a great SIP grade stock. But this time, I also have a very small cap company that specializes in lighting category. It's IQ Lighting. They recently launched IPO that specializes in your LED lighting solution. If you recall, company launched this IPO at 285 rupee and it immediately zoomed to touch highs of 477 within few days. However, there's a very good correction in the share price, which is trading at around 320 rupee today. At this level, it commands a market cap of 2,500 crore and a PE of 49. Again, I've done in-depth video on this company. Next two stocks in the list are from defense sector. Needless to say, there's a strong tailwind in defense sector due to government banning the import of various components and encouraging domestic manufacturing. That's where my first pick is Hindustan Aeronautics. I did a fundamental analysis on HAL last year when it was trading at split adjusted level of 1200. Since then, stock has grown to current levels of 1900. I think there's still more potential as the current valuation are looking reasonable at a PE of 21. And then second stock is Bharat Forge. Well, technically Bharat Forge is not a pure play defense company. It is one of the largest steel forging company in the world in terms of capacity and revenue, with presence in automotive as well as non-auto space in sectors like your highly critical engineering component. If you recall, I've already done an in-depth video on Bharat Forge. Last year it was trading at around 747 and currently share is trading at more than 1000 rupee. Its stock price consolidated for almost 8-9 months, but now stock has already generated more than 40% return. The key reason is strong traction across your defense, energy, aerospace, railway and locomotive. Especially government is focused on indigenization of defense sector, where there is huge growth potential for companies like Bharat Forge over the next decade. Now next stock in my list is from theme of sustainability. It's Praj Industry. 21st century is certainly about electric vehicle, but it's not easy to replace petrol diesel vehicle. That's where Indian government is highly focused on alternative fuel. You would be aware that government has set up a target of around 20% ethanol blending in petrol by 2035, which is currently at around 9.5 to 10%. Praj being a leader in the segment with around 50% market share in domestic ethanol plant installation business, and it's bound to grow. Moreover, as per estimate, the ethanol production capacity from traditional sugar and grain-based feedstock will not be sufficient to meet 20% ethanol blending target in your transportation fuel. So there is a need to explore ethanol production from alternative feedstock to address this incremental demand. And that's where Praj is ready with its 2G technology. In fact, Praj is aggressively pushing development of next generation biofuel, including your sustainable aviation fuel. I don't want to get into the detail. I've already covered Praj in my next multibagger series. Currently, company is trading around 550, commands a market cap of around 10,500 crore and a PE of around 37. 14th stock in my list is from increasing trend for travel and tourism. It's Lemon Tree. It's the third largest hotel chain in India in mid-premium segment that offers luxury and comfort at reasonable rate. Company is expanding big time and has also recently opened a huge hotel near Mumbai airport. Considering the upcycle in hotel industry, Lemon Tree looks like a big beneficiary of it. For more detail, you can check my in-depth video on Lemon Tree and another detailed video on entire hotel sector. Currently, company is trading at around 110 and commands a market cap of 8,600 crore and a PE of 69. Now, final stock in my list is a repeat from last year. It's Tata Power. Simple reason is green energy is the future and Tata Power is among the leader in EV charging infra in the country as well as working on clean energy business. And both these segments have immense growth potential. Currently it is trading at around 240 rupee, commands a market cap of around 78,000 crore and a PE of 23. So if I quickly summarize the list, it includes ICICI Bank, Federal Bank, Equitas, then Aavas, Home First, Tata Motors, Sona BLW, Precall, Sansera, then IQ Lighting, then Bharat Forge, Hindustan Aeronautics, Praj, Lemon Tree and Tata Power. Let me repeat, all my previous Diwali stocks are still worth doing SIP. Now if we break this current list by market cap, ICICI, Tata Motor, Bharat Forge and your HL and Tata Power are from large cap, Sona BLW, Federal Bank in mid and remaining Equitas, Aavas, Home, Precall, Sansera, IQ, Praj and Lemon Tree falls into small cap. Folks, please note that since we are still in the Q2 result season, I could not include a few stock as I needed more clarity on their growth prospect. Also, there are many great companies that I could not include in the list because they have rallied a lot. But a good correction in that list can actually create investment opportunity. Some of the names include your KPIT, MTAR, Newgen Software, MapMyIndia, etc. If you are new to this channel, I would suggest watching my next multi-bagger series. It will give you a good clarity on potential multi-bagger. And if you want to join my exclusive community of long-term investors and know my investment strategy, I provided the link below. Do avail the benefit of 10% additional discount. So yeah, this is it for this video. Now, which stock from this list you hold in your portfolio? Let me know in the comments. And if you find this video useful, do share it with your friends. Again, wish you all a very happy Diwali. We'll see you next video. Till then, take care.